At 1 in the morning, a mortician accidentally cut her finger while working. Bright red blood dripped onto the corpse before her. At first she didn't care and just bandaged her finger and continued working, but the man's body absorbed her blood. The undertaker was unaware of this and continued working. The next day, the deceased's family removed the body. She was concentrating on her work when a man's voice suddenly came from behind her. She turned around in anger, about to scold him for interrupting her, but when she saw his face, she froze in shock. The man standing there looked exactly like the corpse from last night. Her hands trembled, but she quickly regained her composure. She told him everything she knew about him, including the fact that he was dead. The man frowned, unwilling to believe her. He was the CEO of a large company, but he died in a car accident a few days ago. The mortician picked up a scalpel and tried to test him to see if he could feel pain. The man, who had no sense of pain, fell into deep thought. The undertaker also couldn't understand why the man was clearly dead. How could she still see and touch him? The man suddenly grabbed her by the neck. Just then, a nurse came in to give the woman some documents. She asked the undertaker why he was standing so strangely. The man shouted at the nurse, but the nurse didn't respond at all, because only the undertaker could see him. The nurse saw her talking to the air, looking confused. The undertaker pointed to an empty space and said, "He's right there." Then she suddenly remembered the drop of blood from last night. She realized that might be why she could see him now. The nurse, frightened by her pointing at nothing, ran out. The man asked where his body was. The undertaker told him it had been taken away and buried. Soon, a computer displayed the news that he had died in an accident. It was announced that his funeral would be held at his family's old house. The man decided to go there to look for his body, but as soon as he took a step, he couldn't move. The undertaker noticed this and took a step back. To her surprise, the man also stepped back. He loudly demanded what she had done to him. That's when she realized she could control him. She told him to take off his coat. He reluctantly did so. Then she lifted his chin and told him to call her master. He had no choice but to comply. Afterwards, he begged her to take him to the funeral. The next day, she brought him to the old house. His half-brother also appeared. Their mother immediately burst into anger and started yelling at them, but the woman and her son claimed they were there to mourn. In fact, they came to fight for the inheritance. They began to insult the deceased man's mother. The mother, enraged, slapped the illegitimate son. He tried to fight back, but an invisible force stopped him. His mother was also knocked to the ground by the same force. The lights began to flicker. Everyone screamed in terror and ran away. The next second, the man appeared in front of his half-brother. Then he slapped his brother. When everything returns to normal, the undertaker appears in the room. The half-brother thought she had hit him. He rushed towards her, ready to attack her, but he was tripped by the unseen CEO. He fell on the broken glass, cutting his face. The mother ordered the bodyguards to throw them both out. When the undertaker tried to open the coffin, the CEO's mother stopped her. She said she accidentally left the scissors inside the man while embalming him. The mother didn't believe her and tried to stop her. They fought for control of the coffin, but in the end, the coffin was pushed open. Unexpectedly, they found that there was no president's body inside.